Hi, second graders. So by this point, all of you should have picked up your school supplies from EVCS, and you're probably overwhelmed with lots and lots of papers. So I wanted to let you know how we're going to organize them. So today, you're going to need to get out 3 folders. Your red reading folder, your yellow writing folder, and your blue math folder. You can pause the video at any time to get whatever it is you need. Okay, so reading folder. Here's what's going to go inside of your reading folder. Scholastic news, any of the scholastic news that I sent home. And then also we have this You Read to Me, I'll Read to You. Very short fairy tales to read together. And what these are readers' theater things that you can do, and they're kind of fun. Let me show you how they work. And you might have already figured this out. But you see, like, this is the 3 bears. So this is something that you can do with another reader. You could do it with your parents, you could do it with your brother or sister, you could even set up a Zoom meeting and do it with a friend. So one person reads the words on this side, and one person reads the words on this side, and whenever there's words right in the middle, then both of you read it together. So that's what that is for. So all of these things go in your red reading folder, or whatever color folder you decided for your reading folder. Okay, writing folder. So we already did in class, we already took out all of our small moments things. So all of your small moments stuff should be out except your published piece, right? Your published small moment that we celebrated. Because as we know, inside your writing folder on the one side, it says published. So that's where your published small moment should still be. And also, of course, you want to keep your words I use when I write very, very handy. Now, I sent home this Said is Dead paper, and it's in a, what you can do is if you want to punch holes in it and put it in the middle in these clips, let me show you. There's clips that you can clip them into. You can, or if you don't want to, you can just put them in a pocket. And then this is the side that says drafts. And drafts is where you're going to put your extra paper and the stories that you're working on right now. And your paper might look like this, or it might look like this, but whatever it looks like, your fairy tale writing paper is going to go in here. So all writing paper, put it in here. Now, math supplies, you got sent home a bunch of them. One of the things that you got sent home was a hundreds chart. You might have your first hundreds chart from earlier in the year, or you might have one like this. Doesn't matter which one you use. Doesn't matter at all. But you're going to put one of them in a plastic sleeve, and you'll notice on the back is bingo. It's bingo, so we can play bingo in lots of different kinds of ways. This is going to stay in your math folder. So I'm going to put it in a pocket. All right, also in class, we started cutting out our flashcards. So make sure you've cut out all your flashcards, and we're putting them in 2 separate bags, one for the doubles and one for the making tens. And we talked about in class, like if you're going to write the answers on the back, make sure that you do it lightly. Don't press too hard on your paper so it doesn't come through. So I did one right here, for example, 3 plus 3, and I wrote 6, but I wrote it really lightly so it doesn't come through. So these flashcards, you can decide. You can put them in your math folder or your toolkit, whatever you feel is the best place for them. For me, I'm just going to keep them in my math folder because I usually keep paper stuff in here. It's up to you. All right, I also sent you home a ruler. If at your house you already have a ruler, I have this ruler, and you can just use this ruler. But if you don't have a ruler at your house, you can cut out this one. Make sure, be careful, don't cut off part of the inches or the centimeters. This should also stay in your math folder. That way you can keep it nice and flat. Other things that I sent home to you, let me just pull them all up. I sent home these. These can be counters for you if you want. If you didn't put together counters yet, I sent these home. You can cut them out. They're also cubes for our base 10 blocks. You don't have to cut them out. It's only if you really feel like you need them. There's also longs. There's also hundreds. There's also thousands. If you want to cut them out, I would put them in a bag. Okay, we're not using those quite yet though. So all that goes in your math folder. You have this. This is a number line, but you can see it's not put together yet. So what you would have to do is you would have to cut it out and then put it all together. So let me show you how you would do that. So we have this right here. So what I would do is I would cut out one of them. Nice and straight, trying to be really straight. And then I'm going to try and cut right in the middle of each of these other ones. Remember, when you use scissors, point away from you. Trying to cut right in the middle as straight as I can. And you would cut out the rest of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to glue it together or tape it together. Now, one thing that you're going to notice though is if you put it together, look at this. There's a big giant space between where this end and this begins, but here's what they want you to do. What they want you to do is they want you to cut off the end of one. And they want you to overlap them. So check it out. They're like twins. So you're going to put this right over and you're going to line it up. And see, now it works. And I can glue that together or tape that together, and I can put that whole number line together. And that's another tool for counting. Do you have to use it? No, but it's a tool for you there. You should still have your double 10 frame. If you don't have your double 10 frame, make sure that you make one. Might look like this. Maybe you printed one off the computer. Maybe you drew your own, but you do need your double 10 frame. Don't lose that. So all of those materials should be in your math folder. For a ruler, if you have a real ruler, your family might not want you to keep it in your math folder, but you could keep the paper one in your math folder. Now don't forget, you still need counters. We're still going to be using counters at different times. That should be in your math toolkit. If you don't have counters, you can get some. I have these cubes, but you could use Legos, you could use pennies, you could use Cheerios as long as you don't eat them all up. But whatever it is, you want them all to be kind of the same size. You want them to be the same size and not round like marbles, because otherwise your counters are going to roll all over your desk. Now, I also sent you some books. You have your Turn practice book. You might have one Wonders book or two. Everybody's going to be getting 2 books. Just some of them haven't arrived yet. And so you're going to need to have easy access to those, so don't lose those. Those are really important. And I also sent you candy. But something tells me you already figured out what to do with that and the other toys that I sent for you. All right, my friends, I hope this helps. I hope this helps you to get organized and stay organized. Miss you. See you soon. Bye.